What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. Now, hopefully you've already watched my video yesterday about the Vivo X Fold 3. And if you have, thank you. Thanks for all the likes and shares and comments. I have responded. I will continue to respond to all of your comments. But today is all about the X Fold 3 Pro. Yes, the most premium of premium foldable phones from Vivo. I have my thoughts about the specs and particularly the price. Let's go. Now, unlike the standard X Fold 3, the Pro is a bit thicker and a bit heavier. But there's reasons for that. As we talk through the specs, it becomes a bit more understandable. It's 11.2mm folded, still making it one of the thinnest on the planet, thinner than your Pixel Folds, your OnePluses, certainly your Samsungs. Just not quite there with the X Fold 3 and the Honor Magic V2. Weight-wise, 236 grams, again, one of the lightest foldable phones on the planet. And looks-wise, just like the standard X Fold 3, I do think this looks stunning. I love the design, I love the vegan leather, even though it comes in others, but I like the camera circle hub on the back. Everything about the Vivo just reeks of premiumness, especially in the white variant. Now, as far as screen size dimensions, exact same as the X Fold 3, it's 8.03 inches on the inner, 6.53 inches on the outer, making it the world's biggest standard format foldable phone screen that you can buy. It's an E7 panel, however this is their mega panel. Ultimately it's a 2K resolution and it's going to be 4,500 nits of peak brightness. So yeah, we can expect very good things from the display. But to be honest, just like we did at previous X Fold, the X Fold original and the X Fold Plus and the X Fold 2 all had fantastic screens. And internally, as this is the most premium one Vivo are going to release, it is the latest and greatest specs. Yes, it's the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, the Adreno 750 GPU, Vivo's exclusive V3 chip. And this is where the magic happens when it comes to all of the camera, photography, processing, video processing in real time. All that is aided and assisted by this special V3 chip. So you can expect, like any flagship Vivo, outstanding photos and videos. I firmly believe that Vivo are, if not at the top, they're very close to the top for their consistency in colours, all the different filters and modes you can get through the Zeiss camera app and lenses and the default camera app. It's a really good experience to use a Vivo as far as it being a photography device. And we may as well talk about the cameras. It's a triple sensor setup with a 50 megapixel wide and a 50 megapixel ultra wide. But where the Pro variant differs from the standard 3 is that it's got a 64 megapixel 3x optical telephoto. Now this has actually got quite a large sensor. It's also got a large aperture. So you are going to get a lot of light brought into these photos. And where the sensor comes into cropping along with the 64 megapixels, it is only 3x optical, but rest assured you're going to get close to 10 times lossless zoom, which, you know, like on other flagship foldables, is important, especially for me. I put a lot of weight when it comes to zoom. Now, am I saying this is going to be the best camera setup on any foldable? Probably not. I do think it has some way to go, but we'll see in testing to beat the OnePlus Open. But knowing Vivo, and again with that V3 chip, wouldn't surprise me if it also smashes the OnePlus Open. So I'm excited to test out the cameras on it for sure. The one caveat being, like I said in my previous video, while it's 8K on all rear and 4K 60 on all rear video recording lenses, it's 1080p on the selfie. That's the inner selfie and the outer display selfie, but maybe they'll upgrade it to 4K through software later on in time. Now for me, the biggest selling point of the Vivo X Fold 3 Pro comes to battery. Yes, to power those two chips, to power those two screens, you're going to need a large battery. And by large, I mean massive. And the Vivo does it. The largest battery in any foldable phone, even beating the Vivo X Fold 3, a 5700 milliamp hour battery that will charge wired at 100 watts and wirelessly at 50 watts. Yes, it's not often you get wireless charging on a foldable device. Take note OnePlus, take note Honor. But Vivo have included 50 watts wireless. And 5700 milliamp hours is, I mean, that's like pro gaming phone territory. That's, you know, we're getting very close to a huge cell that's going to last. I would imagine with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, you're going to get potentially up to 2 days out of this single charge, which is just fantastic because consuming content on a large foldable format device is an absolute dream, especially on this 2K resolution display. So I said at the top of the video that the X Fold 3 Pro is slightly thicker and heavier than its younger sister, if you like. But now that you know all the specs with the better cameras, the 3x optical, the 2 chips, the larger battery, the wireless charging coils, I'm okay with 11.2 millimeters thick. I'm more than okay with that. The final thing I want to talk about though is the price. And I have had debates with the Average Dad group chat. I've had debates with myself internally as to whether the price is right. For context, the Vivo X Fold 3, the standard model, is $1,200, and that's for the base 12 gigs, 256 gigabyte version. It goes up to $1,500 for the 16 gigabytes of RAM and half terabyte version. So with the Pro being a minimum of 16 gigabytes and half terabyte of storage and RAM, that's the price I'll go with. And that price is a shade over $1,900. I believe GiveStop may stock it for $1,900 on the nose. So is that $400 worth it for wireless charging, slightly better cameras with a 3x optical zoom and slightly better lenses, but a thicker and heavier device? I don't know. Now, me personally, I'm obviously buying both. I've already ordered the X Fold 3, and as soon as I can order the X Fold 3 Pro, I will. However, for all those saying it's available to order now, yes it is, but it doesn't ship till the 23rd of April. We are a month away from there, folks. And also for those saying, because I know I'm going to get comments, you've got the prices wrong, that's nonsense, it's this when you convert it. Yes, folks, when you convert the Chinese yen price, the X Fold 3 is something like £720. Trust me, that's not the retail price that we are going to pay to import a device here in the UK, Europe or US. We already know there's essentially £250 added to that price, which covers the import fees. When you buy from WONDA, you do not pay, if you're in the UK, you do not pay any import taxes. So they're adding that cost at checkout, if you like, so that you don't get hit with it as a nasty surprise when it comes to be delivered. And on record, under £1,000 for the standard X Fold 3 is fantastic. But is £1,500 a fantastic deal for the X Fold 3 Pro? I don't know. I need to test the phone first. I need to feel it in the hand, use it for a long period of time, and once I get to my full review, I will ultimately decide if it's a good deal or not. The one thing I will say is, while I would have loved a 4.2x optical lifted directly from the X100 Pro, I do have to shout out Vivo for their huge battery, wireless charging, fantastic displays, and who knows if they'll bring it global. Yes, there are leaks that there will be a global release, but we've all seen that before and nothing ever happened. But with the popularity of Vivo and channels like mine, who knows what could happen. If you want to see more content on the Vivo X Fold 3 and X Fold 3 Pro, make sure to smash subscribe. I am seem to be the only UK honest tech reviewer that actually uses the devices for a consistent period of time. So I hope my views count. And if you've liked this particular video, smash like. Until next time.